Hello, everybody. This is your Professor, Teresa Vasquez, and I'm here to give you just a short introductory lecture, I guess, about Psych 110, Critical Thinking and Psychology, which is the course that I'm teaching this semester to you by asynchronous virtual instruction. So I've already had a couple of people contact me about that, and all that means is that there's no specific meeting time for this class. I will post various videos and readings and other kinds of media for you to interact with throughout the semester, and anything I post, you will have at least a week to view and read and interact with what I post before you have to do anything about it. So you're always going to be given a week. No need to worry. And I have built into this course the expectation that we are working during a pandemic. Things are going to go wrong, so to speak. We are going to have technical difficulties. We are going to have delays. These are all things that I expect, that I've built into the system, and that are going to be okay. So you don't have to worry. Just go with everything that's presented with you and do your best, and everything's going to be great. So the first thing I want to address is waitlisters. Again, this is a common question I've gotten by email. Waitlisters will be added this weekend. I'm going to be sending out ad codes by email to people who were on the wait list, and we've had sufficient number of people drop so that you can be added. So that's the first thing. Again, the next thing I want to talk about is office hours. So office hours are going to be a little strange during the pandemic. I have them posted for Friday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and I will be available virtually to you through Cougar Courses, through email. If you prefer to do video chat, we can find a way to connect, but I will always be available during those hours, and we'll figure out what's the best way to interact as the semester goes along. So when it comes to the main source of what you're going to need to interact with for this class, the primary thing will be the lectures. I will post video lectures weekly, beginning hopefully this coming week on Tuesday. Normally it will be Monday, but this Monday is a holiday, so this week it will be on Tuesday that I post the first video lecture for you to interact with. And like everything in this course, the lectures will be posted on Cougar Courses, and they will be clearly marked. There will be an area that's just for lecture videos, and that's where you can go and watch the lectures that I post weekly. And anytime I post a video, you should watch it within a week of me posting it. So for example, this video is going to go up today. It's Friday, and you'll have until next Friday to interact with that video, with this video. And then when the video goes up on Tuesday, you'll have a week to interact with that lecture video, and so on and so forth. Okay, the next thing I'd like to address are exams. You're going to have 3 exams in this course, 2 midterms and 1 final. And each exam is just going to cover the material from the previous section of class. So if you look at the schedule here in the syllabus, you see coming up to the first exam, we've had lecture 1, lecture 2, and lecture 3. So anything from those 3 lectures will be on exam 1. Also, all of the things that I post for you to interact with, reading or any other kind of media, I might have you watch short videos or maybe even listen to podcasts, and you'll see those posted each week in your readings section, which will again be clearly marked on Cougar Courses. And then those are the topics that we cover leading up to exam 1. And then the same kind of thing for each of the 3 exams. Just the material that has been presented before that exam is what will be covered. Okay. Makeup exams are offered in cases of documented medical emergencies, meaning that if you have any kind of medical emergency for yourself or your immediate family, we can make arrangements for making up the exam. The way I'm going to present exams for this class is, like everything else, through Cougar Courses. The exam will be posted, and then for every exam, you'll have 48 hours to complete that exam. You will be given very detailed instructions for how to complete the exam at the time you are given the exam. And then you get that 48 hours. It won't take you 48 hours to complete the exam. The exam will be as if you were in a regular class and could complete it during a regular class period. So the most it might take is a few hours to complete an exam, but you're given the entire 48 hours so that you can take the exam anytime within those 2 days. So for example, the first exam I have on the schedule is going to be posted on September 28th at noon, and then it will be due September 30th at noon. And again, you're going to get the exam on Cougar Courses, and you're going to turn it in on Cougar Courses, and there will be very clear places where you turn these things in. Just like everything that you'll want to find, it will be very clearly marked, and we will be going through the schedule week by week. And I think as long as you're interacting with the material and checking at least once a week, you're going to be fine. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the writing requirement. And for this class, what we're going to do for the writing requirement is critical thinking. So practice is really the key to critical thinking. Research clearly shows that what you need to do to get good at critical thinking is practice it. And so that's part of what we're going to be doing. You're going to have 3 kind of mini projects, critical thinking projects. And again, I will present these to you with plenty of time for you to understand exactly what it is you're expected to do in the written project. Ask questions if you need to ask questions. And again, these are going to be presented to you on Cougar Courses and then will be turned in through Cougar Courses. And it's the same kind of policy for making up late writing assignments as if you were to need to take a late exam. If you have a documented medical emergency for yourself or your immediate family, we can make that happen. Okay, so that's what's going to be going on with the writing requirement, and I'm hoping that it's going to be something that really shows you how to apply the critical thinking knowledge that you gain in this class. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about are the readings. Again, these will be posted on Cougar Courses. There is no textbook required for this class. I will be presenting to you all of the materials that you need. So on Tuesday, at the same time as you get your lecture video, you're going to get a little area where it says your readings are, and when I say readings, I want you to know that sometimes it will be written articles, but sometimes it might actually be other media. I might ask you to watch a video, or I might even ask you to listen to a podcast. So those are things that you can expect to see coming up. And that material will be on the exams. Anything that I present to you through any media is potential material for the exams. So you do need to keep up with that. But again, it's going to be presented to you week by week, and there's no need to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to take our time and get through everything. When it comes to Disabled Student Services, DSS, I make reasonable accommodations for anybody who has DSS requirements, and that's no problem. Whatever you need, just contact me and we can work that out. The next thing I want to address is academic dishonesty and my classroom policies, so to speak, the classroom such as it is virtually this semester. When it comes to academic integrity, I enforce academic integrity as we are expected to at CSUSM, which is that I have to report everything that occurs that might be considered academic dishonesty within my class. I'm not expecting that to happen in this class. I'm hoping it won't, but here are the two things that I really want to underscore for this class. Number one, when you take your exams, you're expected to complete them alone. You are going to have access to all of your materials for the class, of course, all your notes, all of the readings, even the internet will be at your fingertips, but that doesn't mean that you should use it to copy anything from the internet. I think you'll find that with the exams, it's a lot of applied questions, and so it's going to be difficult to do that anyways. But the real thing I want to emphasize is when it comes to your writing assignments. Everything you write for this class needs to be in your own words. I am not interested in hearing anybody else's words. I am not interested in you repeating to me something you read. I want you to tell me what you think in your words. And so that's just something to keep in mind at all times, that every word you write for this class needs to be written by you. And as long as you do that, as long as you are the one who writes your papers, that you don't copy a single word from anyone else, you're going to be perfect. You're going to be just fine. And you're going to turn in your assignments to Cougar Courses anyway, where there's Turnitin, plagiarism checker that automatically generates those kind of reports and can give you feedback so that you know if there's anything questionable in there so that you could correct it before it becomes a problem with me. I don't have a lot of, or really any, strict interpersonal policies about the way that we need to interact with each other. Again, I welcome emails. I welcome contact through Cougar Courses. What I've already done on Cougar Courses is open up an open forum. And this is a place where I'd like you students to be able to ask any questions you have, where students can answer each other's questions. And if there continue to be questions that are outstanding, then I can jump in and address them either by announcements to the class or through another video or whatever we need to do. So just make sure you're keeping up with your work, and I think we're going to be great. I'm going to treat you with respect. You're going to go through the course and have a good time, and it's going to be fine. Your grade breakdown appears in your syllabus so you can see it. The 3 exams that you'll take are each worth 150 points, and the 3 written projects that you will complete are also worth 150 points each. So 450 points total from exams, 450 points total from your written projects. And then throughout the semester, I'm going to add some other small assignments. And again, anytime I give you an assignment, anytime I assign anything, you will have an entire week to read about that assignment and then respond to it. And the reason I'm trying to do this is to make sure that I can flexibly keep up with all of the things that we're doing in this class during this unusual time and respond to any unusual events that might occur, but also to give you opportunities to make up extra points. So I'm trying to get up to 100 points of extra small assignments throughout the semester that will be easy for you to complete and just to make sure you're keeping up with your progress in the class. The exams and the assignments that are in the syllabus will be due on the day they say they're due. So exam 1 will be posted on September 28th, and it will be due on September 30th. The first critical thinking project is going to be due on October 16th, and it's going to stay due on October 16th. And those projects and those exams will include whatever we've covered up to that point. So there's no need to worry that things are going to get ahead of you. Wherever we are is where we're going to stop before an exam, and you will only be tested on the material that we've covered up to that point. And in your critical thinking projects, you will only be expected to apply the information that you've gained up to that point. So take it week by week. Be flexible. Do your work week by week. Don't wait until the night before an exam to do all your reading. Just take it 1 week at a time. I'd like to finally, at the end of this, give you information for contacting your graders this semester. So if you have any questions about your written assignments as you are progressing through the semester, I want you to ask your graders those questions, because they are the ones who are going to be evaluating what you write. So they are the ones who can answer your questions the best. And your graders are Holly Gilzow and Marielle Castaneda. Holly's email address is gilzo001 at cougars.csusm.edu, and Marielle's email address is casta065 at cougars.csusm.edu. So I will also post their email addresses on Cougar Courses, but if you need to contact them, those are the folks you ask about your written assignments. Okay, so that's it for now, folks. Just stay tuned for next Tuesday, when you will have your first batch of reading assignments posted and your first lecture video posted. And then make sure that you watch that lecture and take good notes, and do those assignments and take good notes. And you will have 1 week to do that before we will interact with the next piece of information. Okay, that's it for now, y'all. Thank you for your patience, and I'll see you next week.